Hello YouTubers.
Hello.
This is an amazing situation because I've got a young friend with me. Tom has come over with Sue, his mother, and Paul to visit me, and what a wonderful chance I thought we'd have to make a video together of the old and the young talking together. And my thoughts really are that this YouTube thing that we've all become involved in, I think is a wonderful opportunity for the old and the young to meet. Obviously, our lives are such that it's very unlikely that we will meet in real life, in real situations, because the young wouldn't want to live in the world of the old, and maybe the old wouldn't like to live in the world of the young. But it is a chance for me to get some opinions of what young people might think about old people. So I'm going to throw a very difficult question at you, Tom. How do you think that young people look at old people? And maybe I develop that a bit and say, do you think we give you the respect that you would like?
Well, I think that respect from old people, is generally not great. But I think that's right, because usually the things that they'd notice are not great.
That when you say the things that they notice, you think old people will look at young people and stereotype them, and don't give them the respect with the knowledge that that's a very wrong thing to do.
Yeah, I think so. If just a normal young person got on a bus and just sat down, they wouldn't really be noticed. And there wouldn't be anything to take note of or anything.
Right.
But if someone got on and was causing trouble, then they wouldn't get respect. And that's the kind of thing that gets noticed.
Absolutely, yes, it does. And of course, unfortunately, I think all the negative things that some young people do is pushed forward on the media, isn't it? And we only hear reports of the bad things. And I mean, surely we all know that it is a small percentage of the whole, and yet you feel that you are all being cast in the same mould. Yeah. And you did tell me a story about a practical example of this at an airport, which just to praise it because of the fact of your dress and the fact that this is the way that you like to dress, and I think you would be referred to as a goth, that a policeman came up to you in the airport, and so just tell us a bit about that.
Well, we were in trouble for using cameras in there, which is fair, I guess. But he brought in to do with all the things and made me remove them because it was offensive to people.
Really, he actually thought that your presentation was offensive to people.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's absolutely disgraceful, and I think every right person would think that it was disgraceful, and that should not have happened. And you were picked out and victimised for that. So I think that's something that is very wrong. And have you found that this sort of thing has happened elsewhere? If you've been
No,
in town,
no, it hasn't happened.
No, you haven't. So I think we'd have to write that off as just one person who for whatever reason was just being officious and unpleasant. I personally think that I think we should respect that young people have their own dress code and their way of behaviour, which is no different from what us old people did in the past. I mean, we were mods, rockers, and I can't think of all the other words, and we used to declare our allegiance or our thing by the way we presented ourselves. So I think if old people are looking at young people because of the way they present themselves, well, then that is very wrong. And I think if old people I keep talking of old people just because I'm old, but the older generation, I think they should realise that we need you. We need your help now in this world of technology, and
yeah.
it's very. I mean, that's very true, isn't
It
it?
is.
It's absolutely true, because many of us struggle with how to handle this new technology, and you have all the knowledge of
Yeah.
it, and you can help us if we could only get together. And again, just to summarise it really, I think that YouTube is enabling us now to get together, and alright, if we can't get together and hug each other, we can correspond with each other, or we can look at each other's videos and we can learn about each other, and be more generous to each other. You know,
It's a good opportunity.
Well, thank you, Tom, and I thought you were going to grab that, but I'm going to grab that.
That was easy.
So we'll sign off there.
Yep.
And thank you for listening, and goodbye.